Probable cause. Hey, we've talked about it on these video blogs in the past. Probable cause is a doctrine very important in American criminal justice. Basically, it provides that before the authorities can take any action, they can stop anybody, they can arrest them, they can do anything, that the police, the authorities, must have probable cause. What is a probable cause? Probable cause that the person that they're stopping or interceding with either committed a crime or was in the process of committing a crime. Well, let's take a look at this week's case. Michael Hicks. Michael Hicks was an individual in Pennsylvania. He was going into a convenience store in the wee hours of the morning. And as he was going into the convenience store, after he got out of the car, he began adjusting his clothing, and the surveillance camera noted that he had a gun in his waistband. He goes into the convenience store, he buys some things, and then he leaves. By this time, the police were called. They meet him in the parking lot, and they stop him and detain him in the parking lot. What they find when they detain him is that he's drunk and that he's suffering from the impact of consumption of marijuana. He was arrested for these two offenses. When he was tried on these two criminal charges, says, wait a second, you should have never had the ability to stop me in the first place. You should never have had the ability to stop me because I was doing nothing wrong. You had no probable cause. He argued that since he had a license to carry a concealed gun, the police had no right to stop him, had no right to interfere with him, and he should never have been arrested for intoxication and for use of marijuana. Well, the case found its way all the way up to the Pennsylvania Supreme Court. And the reason it had to go there is that Pennsylvania did have a doctrine previously referred to as the Robinson Rule, which said if somebody is carrying a gun, the police did have a reason to stop them because they could be viewed as a dangerous person, whether or not the gun was subject to an actual license to carry or not. If somebody was carrying a gun, the police could stop them. Well, this time around, the case goes up to the Pennsylvania Supreme Court, and there they said, you know what? You, Michael, are absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. When you argued that there was no probable cause to stop you, you're absolutely right. You had every right to be carrying that concealed weapon because you had a license to carry the concealed weapon. There was no reason for the police to stop you, and since there was no reason for the police to stop you, there was no reason that they would have known that you were intoxicated or had been using marijuana. Therefore, the arrest was basically not allowed under the U.S. Constitution and the Constitution for the state of Pennsylvania, and the prosecution should never have gone forward. Therefore, Michael, essentially, you are off the hook. You're off the hook. Okay, so what do we learn here? What do we learn here? We learn that when it comes to probable cause, there must be some real understanding that the person who is being arrested, the person who is being stopped, the person who is being detained has either committed a crime or is in the process of committing a crime. Their simple status generally will not be sufficient basis for the police to interfere with them and in any way take action which might result in their arrest. Okay, bringing cases every week so you understand how the law works. I'm David Allen.